Some of the weirdest foods around the world include eating foods like rotten cheese, raw horse meat, tuna eyeballs, maggot cheese, and raw guinea pigs. But when it comes to strange foods, America knows how to bring them. From pizza with provolone cheese to chipped beef on toast, there's something for everyone in America or no one, as the case may be. If you're looking for a truly unique and stomach-turning dining experience, you need to look no further than our great nation. Here are some of the weirdest, funkiest, and most strange foods from the four corners of the US for your consideration. See how many of these weird foods you can stomach. A true foodie is never afraid to fully immerse themselves in local cuisine experiences when traveling abroad. But there comes the point where we go from weird and wonderful culinary experiences to just plain weird. Have you ever wondered what the weirdest foods are? Weird foods are more often than not simply different from what you know. But sometimes we can very easily classify them as gross food. Are you an adventurous eater, or would you rather stick to the usual fan favorites at mealtimes? So maybe you'd have to be a sandwich short of a picnic to try some of these weird dishes, but at least you get to say you're brave enough to try the world's weirdest foods. In this video, we are going to show you top 10 insane foods from US. So before starting this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell symbol for future updates. Let's get started. Number 10. Poop on a shingle. The dish uses a less family-friendly blogging word, but you get the picture. This dish has its regional versions as well, such as hot browns, but the concept is always the same. You create an open-face sandwich, then place something that looks a bit like what would come out on top of it, so that you can put it in your mouth and chew. For poop on a shingle, you take your preferred ground meat. If you want a high-class poop on a shingle, use ground bison or lamb. Then brown it on up. Use salt and pepper to season it, and then add a can or two of cream of mushroom soup to the meat. Number 9. The famous garbage plate. A dish that typically stays in New York. The garbage plate is about what you'd expect it to be. Its several components, which would normally be a separate dish on their own, are all thrown together onto one plate. There are several variations, but there are 3 primary ingredients: macaroni salad, potatoes, and some sort of meat. Hot dogs, ground beef, spam, steak, whatever. If it's meat, it's neat. On top, you'll get some chopped up onions and mustard. Number 8. Wontons. Do you know those little packets of goodness that are popular in Chinese cuisine? That's right, wontons. But did you know that they were invented in America? The first ever recorded recipe for wontons appeared in 1849, and it called for minced lamb and water chestnuts. Since then, the dish has undergone a few tweaks, but the concept remains the same. Wontons are typically filled with either a meat or vegetable mixture, and then they're boiled or steamed until they're cooked through. They can then be served with a dipping sauce or simply eaten on their own. They might seem like an innocent appetizer, but once you pop, you can't stop. Number 7. Fried rattlesnake. Oklahoma is known for its many rattlesnake festivals, and one of the most popular items on the menu is, of course, fried rattlesnake. This weird food can be made in a variety of ways, but it's typically battered and deep-fried. Some recipes call for a coating of flour or cornmeal before frying. Fried rattlesnake is considered a delicacy in Oklahoma, and there are even restaurants that specialize in this dish. Number 6. Crawfish étouffée. Crawfish étouffée is a popular Creole dish in Louisiana. It is made with crawfish tails, butter, onions, celery, green bell peppers, and garlic. The crawfish tails are simmered in a sauce made from butter, flour, and stock until they are cooked through. Crawfish étouffée is a hearty dish that is perfect for a winter meal. It's also very affordable. A serving of crawfish étouffée typically costs less than $10. If you're ever in Louisiana, be sure to try this delicious weird food. Number 5. Chitlins. If you're eating sausage regularly, you're likely eating some pork intestine without really even thinking about it. What makes chitlins different is that you know you're eating the small intestine of the pig because that's all it is. Batter up their intestines, cut them into reasonably sized pieces, then fry them suckers up in some nice, hot oil until they begin to crackle. Just don't make the mistake of forgetting to clean the intestines first, or slow cook the intestines so you can eat them without issue. In the South, chitlins are often considered to be soul food. Just don't think about the fact that you're eating part of the organ that the pig uses to process digested food, and you'll be awk. Number 4. Locusts. When are plagues of locusts not considered a nuisance? When they're a local delicacy, of course. Well, plagues of anything will always be a nuisance, but at least this one doubles as a crunchy, kosher snack too. Locusts are the only insect considered kosher and are a major source of protein. So Israelis killed 2 birds with 1 stone by eradicating these pests by eating them. Deep-fried and chocolate-covered locusts are taking the streets by swarm, literally. Will you be brave enough to take a bite? Insects definitely count as some of the weirdest food, but don't be surprised to find some creepy crawl eyes on a few menus around the globe. Number 3. Jellied moose nose. In the 1830s, indigenous people across Canada and Alaska would hunt moose for food, and every part of it was used. The recipe was even featured in the 1967 publication of the Northern Cookbook. Besides tracking down a moose, it's a labor-intensive recipe too, since the hair inside the moose nose must first be removed before boiling and reboiling the nose, and finally covering it with a broth which sets into a jelly. Voila! Jellied moose nose. Number 2. Snow crab legs. These crustaceans are native to the cold waters of the North Atlantic, and they're a popular item on seafood menus all over America. Snow crab legs are usually served steamed or boiled, and they're often dipped in melted butter or sauce. Some people love them, others hate them. But there's no denying that snow crab legs are a distinctly American food. So if you're ever visiting our great country, you should try this delicacy. Number 1. Potato ice cream. Potato ice cream is a dessert that is popular in Idaho. It is made by blending cooked potatoes, milk, sugar, and vanilla extract until the mixture is smooth. The potato ice cream is then poured into a container and frozen until it is solid. Potato ice cream is a unique and delicious dessert that is perfect for satisfying your sweet tooth. It is made with simple ingredients, and it is a great way to use up leftover mashed potatoes. If you're ever in Idaho, be sure to try some potato ice cream. You won't regret it. That's it for today. We hope you found our video interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching, and see you next time.